Welcome to Secrets of Flowers and Birds. Discourses from Así Hablaba Quetzalcóatl. Thus spoke Quetzalcoatl on words of wisdom. Así Hablaba Quetzalcóatl. Thus spoke Quetzalcoatl is a beautiful tale that offers upliftment to all truth seekers yearning for spiritual understanding. In this book, we follow the travels of the legendary Aztec god Quetzalcoatl, who is the story's enlightened master. In his offering of discourses to earnest seekers, we see that Quetzalcoatl highlights the importance of the inward journey. Transcending both time and space, this journey connects us with the inner heavenly light and music. Thus, the words from Así Hablaba Quetzalcóatl illuminate one's spiritual endeavors with profound truth. It is an honor to present some selections from Así Hablaba Quetzalcóatl, Thus Spoke Quetzalcoatl, with inspiring insights into the enlightening wisdom of the venerated master through the world around us and how we can apply these to our daily lives. Among Wind's Hairs. A cempasúchil flower was saying to a rose, "Sister, tell me, what do you feel as a rose when the hand of wind touches you and caresses your petals?" And the rose answered her, "I feel the fruits of all my efforts, ever since I was only a hope, and the anxiety of being beautiful was only sleeping within me." And the rose, seeing the cempasúchil, said, "And you, what do you feel?" Smiling, it whispered, "I feel nothing. I give only my breath in order to blend with the wind's hair, to perfume all the corners of its head." One afternoon, a hand of wind came and violently shook the garden, stripping the rose and the cempasúchil. The spirit of the rose suffered a lot, noticing that it did not have a rose shape anymore, but on the contrary, the spirit of the cempasúchil was happy, since it was not attached to a cempasúchil shape anymore, and in this way was able to feel all the atmosphere. In the purity of giving lays the purity of receiving. Knowledge. And he said, "Man is unhappy because he asks more than what can be given to him. That is why the wise are not wise because they know a lot of things, but because they go deep and have a vast dominion of the knowledge which has been given to them." What would we say of a mango tree that wants to bear breadfruit? And what of a willow that would wish to have the shape of a prickly pear? We would only call them ignorant because, leaving aside what they can give, they want to give something that they are unable to give. Certainly you can give only what you have. If you know yourself, then you will know, what is it that I have to offer? Living like birds. The market of Tula takes place every few days, and it expands beyond the square, being many the people who come from the Mezquital Valley and even from faraway places. Quetzalcoatl had gone that morning to the marketplace, along with those who followed him, and seeing at how some pigeons were nervously cooing, searching for the exit of the cage in which they were held prisoners, he told them, "Look at how man, prisoner of his own ideas and principles, does not allow other beings to be free, and enslaves them too. What blame do the birds of the sky have, or the fish, or the animals that inhabit the earth for not having man as a king, but as a tyrant? We could buy these pigeons' freedom, but how could we buy the freedom of a greedy merchant? Isn't it true that we would increase his greed even more? How many are there who do not feed nor eat, and how many do it during the night, so they will not see their abundance?" And one of his brothers told him, "Quetzal, how is it possible that we take what belongs to everyone and sell it? Even though heaven allows men to do it, indeed I tell you that he who sells ends up being sold, and he who buys ends up selling. Only those who live like birds do not get involved in commerce, nor get stained with it. Indeed, what you sow, you shall reap. But if your destiny is to be a merchant, may justice and love be in your hand, so your reaping will not be dishonor and greed, but rather a noble ideal. Get up. The people of Tula asked one of his disciples to speak to them about his master, who was not in the city at that time. "What could I tell you about him?" he said. "He made my wings clean with the balsam of his words, and lengthened them with eagerness in search of delight." What could I tell you about him? When everything was darkness, dreaming and darkness in my soul, he came and put his hand on my head, and my heart opened up like a ripe fruit, and my eyes opened up to a new world. One day, in which fruits were hanging down from the trees like a gift, and the earth took our feet and bathed them with the scent of herbs and flowers, we were walking towards Tula when we saw a man lying on the side of the road, his body barely covered with rags, his skin yellowish and ashen. There was an expression on his face as if life had left him. He went up to his side and took him by the hand. He took off his tunic and dressed him in it. Then he took him in his arms and spoke to him. "Brother, come back to life. Time has not come yet for you to live it. I know the story of your life, and I know death would mean joy for you, but think that you have not yet completed the task you asked for before you came to life. And now, breathe through my chest and look through my eyes, eat through my mouth and walk with my feet, because I truly tell you that you were dead until now, but from now on, come and walk in life." And the man moved and opened his eyes and asked him, "Who are you that when nobody cares about me, when only the sides of the road take care of me, you speak to me like this?" Nobody has ever spoken to me like this, nor has given me life with his words, nor has gone deep into my heart. I will have to keep on living, even if it is only to thank you for what you have given me. And he looked at him with those eyes I could never describe, because they have all the peace, joy, and sadness of the world at the same time. And quietly, very quietly, he whispered to him, "Get up, because there are others who are also waiting for you on the roads. Give them what has been given to you today." The Master has accomplished freedom without limit. The Master does what nobody can do. The ordinary man sees the miracle. The Master does not see anything, nor wishes to see anything. He only gives love. The man who has purity can also give it. Enlightened viewers, it's been a pleasure to have you with us today for Words of Wisdom.